Hmm? What the? Hi, I'm the Pudding Stone, and welcome back to the untitled Minecraft SCP project. I need a name for this. This is the final SCP from the ones that I had pre-planned, so I'm gonna start taking suggestions again. Wow, 2 comment section plugs in just a few seconds. I'm really killing it with this engagement farming thing. Today's SCP is SCP-1471, and if you know this one, you're one of two things. A real SCP enthusiast, or horny. I don't know what it's about people on the internet reading about this article and deciding that it's a female, because not only is it genderless, it's also pretty scary. SCP-1471 is a free mobile app called MALO. When installed, it will not be visible on your phone, but it will still interact with you. Every so often, it will send you pictures of a place you've been to recently, getting closer and closer until you start seeing yourself in the pictures next to SCP-1471-A. You know, the furry one. And right after that, it does nothing. Okay, yeah, it's not really all that dangerous, but it is extremely creepy, you have to admit. Being stalked is extremely scary, so this is terrifying when you don't know what's going on. But before we begin, did you know only 1% of my viewers are subscribed? And that's pitiful. Come on, man, just subscribe. Do it for me. So, without further ado, here is how I added SCP-1471 in Minecraft. Whoa, hello, what's up? I have some good news. I'm taking suggestions again. Leave in the comments what SCP you want to see next. I do have a few that I want to do myself, but you come first, because I care about you. So, SCP-1471. What it do? Well, SCP-1471 is a mobile app named MALO, which sends you pictures of places where you've been. Now, I don't think I can add mobile apps to Minecraft. Unless I add phones to Minecraft. No, I'm just kidding, I did not add phones to Minecraft. Anyway, SCP-1471 every so often will send you a picture of a place that you've recently visited. And it gets closer and closer until you start receiving pictures of yourself with it behind you. Now, there is no good way in vanilla Minecraft through a data pack to like send you a picture. So I kinda took a different path. The way I've done this is not very accurate to the article, but it was the best way I could come up with actually implementing this SCP properly in Minecraft. See the timer on the right? You're not gonna see that while you're playing the data pack, that's just there for demonstration. When that timer reaches 6000, it's going to summon an armor stand. And yep, there is an armor stand here. It's hidden. What's the point of this armor stand? Well, if I start moving away from this armor stand, I will eventually receive a piece of paper. And that piece of paper writes the coordinates 949671, and those specific coordinates are exactly where that armor stand was, right here. This is where I summoned that armor stand. The way I did this is very interesting. I saved the values on a scoreboard, the X value and the Z value, and then I used a modifier so that the armor stand places a piece of paper on its head, renames it using an item modifier, then places a chest above it which has the item inside, breaks the chest and teleports the item that drops to you. And yes, this works on multiplayer. This is not gonna break if you are on a multiplayer because there's multiple people. It goes with a player ID mechanic, same as Shy Guy and Peanut. You guys were asking for a multiplayer version. Well, guess what? It already works on multiplayer, dummy. You think I'm that stupid? Anyway, if I just trigger the timer one more time, you will see that if I start going, let's say, in that direction, it takes me like right about here for me to receive the paper. But there is also another value, level 1471. And every 3 times you receive a message, it is going to increase by 1. See, now it just increased by 1. Now what does that do? With every level 1471 that you have, the timer is, or not the timer, the distance that you have to be from the armor stand is going to be much shorter. For example, now I received it right here, or like about here, which is a very much a shorter distance. Okay, but like, what if I don't want to get stalked by 1471, which is what happens after too much exposure? Well, there is another scoreboard. Exposure 1471. Yeah, it's a lot of scoreboards. If I take my flint and steel and burn one of these, my exposure goes down by 1. And if I put the level back on, if I have 0 exposure, it's going to reduce my level until I have no levels left. So you can reset it if you keep all of your coordinate papers. Let's say that my stock level has reached level 4 and that the timer reaches the 6000 mark. Well, in that case, you see that my level automatically levels up to level 5, and that means that you're now being stalked by SCP-1471. There is no going back from this phase. Now you're going to be eternally stalked by SCP-1471. And yeah, once you reach level 5, there is no way to stop 1471 from stalking you. This little thing is gonna keep on stalking you and staring at you like a weirdo. There is no way to make it stop stalking. You know that it's not moving, but if I fly away, you will see that it teleports behind me. Now, because only one instance of this can exist, it's going to teleport to a random player that has level 5, so long as there's no players near it, and it's going to now stalk you forever. So, what is the point of this SCP? None. Or at least nothing yet. You see, SCP-1471 doesn't really do much. It just kinda stares at you and tries to communicate with you. But you may have noticed that my game has been awfully silent. That's because I'm going to update 1471 in the future. Yes, I have big plans for this SCP right here, but I can't do them all now because I need to release a video on Saturday, and I mean, I bet you guys are like, whoa, this video was like no effort at all. There were like no funny edits, nothing. No. Do you know why they take so long but they seem so effortless? Because the effort doesn't go to the video. The effort goes to this guy. So yeah, I got big plans for this little fella, but you're gonna have to wait for that. And expect soon that there will also be an update to the entire data pack, because there is a few things that I want to add which are not an SCP. But do remember, I am still taking suggestions, so leave your opinion down in the comments. Anyway, things with this guy are subject to change. I will definitely add voice lines, and I might have him like interact with some SCPs in some way, but we'll see. For now, this is how I added SCP-1471 to the game. Oh, one more thing. Usually 1471 is a hallucination. He's not actually there. It's just that the person that's been exposed to MALO is hallucinating 1471. But there is a slight problem with Minecraft datapacks, and that's I can't change what is being rendered on one's screen. Let me clarify. And this is some nerd type of stuff, so like if you don't want to listen to me yap about nerd things, just skip to this time stop, I guess. There is no way to tell an entity to not be rendered for a specific player unless you use a team. See, if I do /team modify, let's say a random team, I can see friendly invisibles, which basically means that if a player on your team is invisible, or an entity in your team is invisible, you can see him, but everyone else cannot. There are a few SCPs that I planned to use that on, like 178 or 966, or in this case 1471. But the thing is, you need an entity that can have the invisibility effect applied, and item displays, which is what this little fella is made out of, cannot. So it either means that I'm going to have to make it like very bad animations and whatnot and remodel an existing entity, or 178, 966 are out of the picture until, you know, Mojang just gives us a way to like unrender things for specific players. How awesome would that be? But like, how awesome would that be? How awesome would that be if I could like be like, oh, there's 1471, and then my friend is like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? There's nothing there. So yeah, I guess that's SCP-1471. Sorry for the nerd yapping session. Thanks for listening, by the way. Do remember to leave a comment down below for what SCP you want to be next, and there will be a poll with the most suggested SCPs. So thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do drop a like, it really helps out. And if you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe. I make SCP stuff, I make TF2, I make Minecraft, ooh, it's crazy variety. So, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.